the 9 to 5 trap in the GCC. Why you're stuck even with a good job. The 9 to 5 is always the ultimate goal for everyone, and it's not bad. Good salary, stable life, everything is under control. But for a lot of people, it's actually the thing keeping them stuck. When you first arrive, this is everything you wanted. A job, income, independence. You finally feel like you made it. You're earning, you're living better, you have structure, and for the first time, things feel stable. But then something changes. Not suddenly, slowly. Life becomes a routine. Wake up, go to work, come back, spend a little, repeat. At first, it feels stable, then it becomes predictable. And that's where the problem starts. The GCC doesn't trap you with struggle, it traps you with comfort. Because nothing feels wrong, you're not struggling. You're not broke, you're not desperate, so you don't move. You don't take risks, you don't explore more, you don't build anything outside of your job. Because your salary makes you comfortable enough to stay exactly where you are. Here's what really happens over time. Your expenses adjust to your salary, rent increases, lifestyle improves, responsibilities grow, and suddenly you need your job. Not because you love it, but because your entire life depends on it and on its income. So even if you want more, you can't move. You're not free, you're committed. And it doesn't feel like a problem until you realize you have no options. In the GCC, your job is not your income. It's your visa, your stability, your structure, which means you're always one decision away from losing everything. Company changes, market shifts, management decisions, and if your entire life is built on one source, that risk is always there. At some point, you have to be honest with yourself. Are you building something or just maintaining your life? Because there's a difference. Maintaining feels safe. Building feels uncomfortable. But only one of them moves you forward. So what do? Not motivation, actual moves. Stop depending on one source. Even if you keep your job, you need something else. Because one income is one point of failure. Build one thing outside of your job, not 5 ideas, only one. A skill, a service, a side income, something that brings in money. Even investment. Without your employer. Use your job as fuel, not as your identity. Your salary is not your end goal. It's your starting capital. Control your lifestyle. This is where most people lose. More money, more spending, same situation. So delay upgrades, create space, protect your time. If all your time goes to your job, nothing else will grow. You need time that is yours, even if it's small. You have to stop thinking my job is my security and start thinking my job is my starting point. Because the goal is not to stay comfortable. The goal is to build something that gives you options. Real options. The 9 to 5 is not the problem. Staying there without building anything else is. Because in the GCC, the people who actually win are not the ones with the best jobs. They're the ones who use their jobs to build something bigger.